Hello and welcome to Odds on Liga Matchday 30 now with all the games, all the teams involved in this battle for the Champions League. Lille, Marseille, Lyon, all of them won. Also Rennes, and the bad news were for Monaco. Alain, they were absolutely destroyed by Paris FC.
Yes, it was one of the biggest surprise in the last journey. Yes, PSC is one of the team most informed. Besides 𝐿𝐵𝗿𝗄 arrive in the bench, the team don't lose, and but yeah, against Monaco, the content was brilliant. Not only the results. Right now, the team most informed in the last 5 games are Lille right now, and yes, it's totally crazy. This Ligue 1 is totally crazy. The balance is the key, and it's really difficult to predict this season.
Let's analyze this match day 30. Of course, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the games, the tips, and now let's go on with the show. And we start on Friday with a good game in the 𝗲𝗿𝗄. Lens Toulouse. Lens didn't play last weekend because the game against PSG was postponed. But before that, they lost the derby 3-0 in North France, and it's only 2 wins in the last 6 Ligue 1 games. Alain, Toulouse, back-to-back defeats against Lille and PSG. Of course, the bookies expect Lens to bounce back and win, not only to fight for the first spot, which I think is impossible, but indeed to finish in the top 3 in this Ligue 1.
Yes, it's the first round about the battle between Lens and Toulouse, because 3 days after they will meet us in semi-final in Coupe de France in Lens, and which game is most important, no? For Lens, both games are important. For Toulouse, it's clearly the semi-final. And in my opinion, for this game, the motivational aspect can make the difference. Lens is needed. Lens can relax themselves, because the season is brilliant, but the distance with Lyon, who mark the Europa League spot, is only 8 points, and with 3 points in the last 5, you can stay out after an amazing season, and not lost need point. Toulouse have the focus on the semi-final against the same loss in the same stadium. In my opinion, Lens will win this game. I choose Lens winning with over 1.5 goals, odds 1.80.
Let's go to the games we have on Saturday, starting with Lorient, Marseille. Finally, Marseille won, but it was expected. Of course, they were playing Metz at home. Away is 3 defeats in the last 4 games, and Lorient, Alain, despite the bad results lately, is not an easy stadium to go to, and especially with this 𝐿𝐵𝗿𝗄 that is very difficult to trust.
Yeah, but only Lille win in the first journey in Lorient, and Nice, but he was in Coupe de France. But in spite of that, Lorient is all the biggest team lose point in Lorient. And I'm surprised about the value of the odds. If we check the last 5 games of Olympique de Marseille away, we have only 1 victory in Toulouse. Defeat in Monaco, defeat in Brest, defeat in Parc des Princes against PSG, and the draw against PSC in the French capital too. Now, how is getting Olympique de Marseille is difficult to understand, because after the 2 games that lose against Monaco, against Lille, their direct rival for the Champions League spot, we wait a reaction against Metz. We saw that, but yes, the team found itself with Science Bay is in the bench, found his identity. Yes, I don't see a Marseille really fit right now. In change, Lorient is doing really well. Only 1 point in the last 3. Yes, but the team is doing his season. The season of Lorient is really positive, and finish to the top 10 was not the goal. The goal was save the category, and we have an extra about the season of Lorient. Is an event, a big event for Lorient to receive Olympique de Marseille, and in my opinion, Lorient don't will lose point in this game. I choose double chance, 1x odds 2.10.
Tricky game, this one for OM. And then in the bottom part of the standings, we have Angers. Le Havre. Angers almost saved despite the bad results lately. Lost to Rennes, and it's only 1 point in the last 4 games. Is more important. For Le Havre, is 3 draws in the last 4 games. Still only 5 points away from the bottom 3. If we check the odds, Alain, the bookies expect a draw in this game.
The books expect a draw. I expect a draw too, and I show the draw market with a score, with 1-1 score. But for the analysis now, who is doing better? We can start with that question. 2 teams build to fight for against the Ligue 2. 2 teams with a really similar model of play, really defensive, really strong, comfortable with a low block, waiting the rival, attacking in transition. Maybe they'll offer something more, but the idea is like that. It's like that. In my opinion, when we analyze the season, Angers is doing better, not only for the point they're due. In Angers, is important to remember during the signing transfer market in January, they sold Cherif Siliki, they sold 𝐬𝐴𝐷𝗿𝗏, and was the best offensive player the team have in his squad at the beginning of the season. In the last day of the mercato, Esteban Le Paul left Angers. It's difficult when you lose your 3 best offensive player, and the team conserve his idea, conserve his average of point, and right now it's not mathematical, but Angers will save the category and really deserve. Nice job they're doing in Angers. Nice job they're doing in Le Havre. I choose the X market, and I choose 1-1 score, exactly score, and odds 5.75.
Next one is Lille-Nice. You mentioned at the beginning that Lille is the most informed team in Ligue 1. 4 consecutive wins, 3rd in the standings, smashed Toulouse 4-0 away, 3-0 before that in the derby against Lens. So, of course, they are favorite against Nice, unable to win, Alain, and still only 4 points away from the bottom 3, in danger.
Yes, but Lille finished really well. It's impressive. It's impressive because the schedule was difficult for Lille. The derby against Lens, the game in Marseille, the game in Rennes. It was not so easy, but the team, after a winter difficult until the game at home, until Zvezda Zvezda, Lille was in a trouble, clearly. And everybody thinks 𝐜𝐭𝐴𝐧𝐽 will lose his job. Yeah. But the vestry give a strong answer and expect the both game against Aston Villa, when Aston Villa was better in every line, in every aspect. We saw Yeah, a brilliant team with clear idea about the ambition, with a team with a strong capacity to have a reaction, because teams still have few key players injured, but in spite of that, Lille is finished really strong. The Ligue 1 last three victory are so important. Easy victory in Toulouse. I predict an easy victory against this Nice, who is suffer. We read every day negativity about the vestiary, the relationship between player with the staff, with the board, mistake with the salary. Nice is really in trouble, and Nice is lucky because their start not so bad, because in the last 20 games, Nice is a team, is a Ligue 2 team, clearly. Only 1 point more than the worst team like Nantes and Metz. And that one can affect the team right now. Puel don't found the key, and for that, Lille really favorite. I choose Lille victory with over 2.5 goals, odds 2.40.
All right. Also for the Champions League and for the relegation on Sunday, we have Monaco. Auxerre, the streak of Monaco came to an end in Paris, and what a way to lose 4-1 after 7 consecutive wins. So they really need to bounce back against Auxerre. It was a draw. The game against Nantes is only one defeat in the last 6 Ligue 1 games. Alain, but still it's going to be very difficult for them to avoid the playouts.
Yes, it's difficult. Yes, when do you check the last game in the content, Auxerre need goal. Is the biggest problem is that one, because the defense in the last 5 games in Ligue 1, Auxerre is the best defense. Only 2 goals received. And the schedule was not so easy. And the team the team play well against Nantes. Team can have a regret, because the team, I think, entered in the field so nervous, and we saw not playing with more freedom and with less pressure. And in my opinion, that one, yes, affect Auxerre, because it's a better team than Nantes. And before that, their draw in Le Havre, they played better. They play really better. And yes, when they played away, we see a team play with more freedom. Now, going in Monaco is a hard game, clearly. Monaco, it was one of the surprise how they lose against PFC. The best news, or the biggest news, is Pogba is back, because he played 20 minutes and he saw some technical skill, classical of Paul Pogba. Now, how Pocognoli can insert Pogba in the team without breaking the balance of the team, because Pocognoli found a balance in the last 2 weeks, in spite of the last game in Paris, and Monaco is really favorite for this game. Monaco will be at attack. Balogun, it can be an option to choose Balogun score, because he has an amazing average of goal since January. But in my opinion, Auxerre can be scored in Monaco, and for that I choose both teams to score, odds 1.83.
All right, Monaco to win, by the way, is 1.6. Next game, not much on stake here. Metz, Paris, EFC. Of course, we should look at the odds of Paris to win, and these are great, 2.2. We were analyzing the great win against Monaco. The third was a beauty in the counter-attack. They are really in form. Alain, 4 draws and 3 wins. So after saying all that, seeing Metz at the bottom of the standings, this 2.2 looks really, really healthy.
Yes, is an invitation to have a value bet, because it's a value bet respect to the difference between both team in individual player, in collective, for the season, for the moment of form. Yes, PSC is better than Metz. In the first leg, PSC won 3-2 at home. 𝐿𝐵𝗿𝗄 found the balance without the ball, and in the last game we saw a team in transition amazing with that capacity to score 4 goals in 6 shots on the target. The percent is amazing, and now the team in Metz needs to change his version. You must to have more initiative. You can't wait the team. You must to start to dominate the game when you are calling to practice a positional attacking football, and it's a good test. It's a good test because Metz don't have, well, what we can say about Metz. Where is the positive things of Metz is difficult to find, but the team want to play. The team don't know to defend, but against PSC, the difference between both teams is clearly for the team from the capital. And in my opinion, PSC will win this game, and I choose PSC winning odds 2.20.
And then we have a derby, Nantes-Brest. Nantes going to Ligue 2, so probably one of the last derbies against Brest. Brest didn't play at the weekend, by the way, but before they had another derby and they lost it against Rennes. 3 consecutive defeats for Brest and Nantes. Alain, without beating Auxerre and Metz in the last 2 games, they almost lost any faith to stay in Ligue 1.
Yeah, it's difficult to understand the season of both teams, because not in my opinion, the value of the squad is better than his position in the table. Is not a team with only 19 points in 28 games. I don't have any doubt about that. Maybe the board, or not maybe, the board is the problem. The owner is the problem in Nantes, because yes, you have a strange energy, because the team is, you have quality, you have in every line, you have young player with talent, player with experience, and I don't know what happened, but is something with the owner, the relationship with the fans, the energy is not positive in Nantes, but it's not new. You have few seasons not suffered that ingerence of the president, and that the things are going really, really bad. Now, Brest, the season, in my opinion, is negative respect to the squad. We wait something more. We saw some moment in the season when we said Brest is the brilliant Brest catch a Champions League spot. Is the brilliant Brest play a brilliant Champions League last season? But it should be not enough to catch a European spot. The last weeks was the worst, because with that 9 points, Brest right now should be at the position with Strasbourg, between Strasbourg and Monaco. And yes, the team missed that 9 points, and the team don't have any ambition right now, except to maybe to try to finish in the top 10. No ambition, team a little disappointed with the season. I choose an X draw, odds 3.25.
Strasbourg Rennes is our next game with the away team trying to get into the Champions League spots. They beat Angers and Brest in the last two games, so they are in the race for this top four. And the odds are kind of the same actually for Strasbourg or Rennes, but perhaps Rennes can take advantage, Alain, of Strasbourg playing conference on Thursday against Mainz. Strasbourg, of course, didn't play last weekend.
This game is more important for Strasbourg than Rennes. You catch the table. Strasbourg one game less, but is down 7 points down Brest. And the last weeks in Strasbourg are difficult. Fans start to contest the captain, 𝗵𝗵𝗏, who is said at the beginning of the season he will go into Chelsea next season, and he's back after injury. But the people, yes, are really upset with him, and that one is not a good thing for the atmosphere in 𝗲𝗏𝗏. This week we read some economical problem for the property who can be affect the team. In Mainz, we see one of the poorest version of Strasbourg. Strasbourg have ambition in that Conference League. They're built to arrive in the final, and they won the group the stage. And right now, after 2-0 in Mainz, it should be difficult to score three goals against a really defensive and difficult team to move like Mainz with 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝘀 in the bench. And Rennes is comfortable in a conference spot. They're fighting for the champions because they're really only 2 points down. They arrive relaxed for this game, and for this game, in my opinion, the game in conference will affect Strasbourg. For that, I choose Stade Rennais score over 1.5 goals in the game, odds 2.10.
And the last game we have this week is PSG Olympique Lyonnais. PSG in the best moment of the season. I think you predicted it so many months ago. They are getting ready to be fit in March, April, May, and now we are seeing the best PSG, of course, in the tie against Chelsea, then in the tie against Liverpool with Vitinha, with João Neves, with 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗀, all of them shining. At the moment, they look unstoppable, at least in Europe. Alain, we never know how seriously they are going to take these kind of games, but facing one of the rivals, Lyon, probably they are going to take this game seriously. Lyon bounced back against Lorient with a win after 6 winless games, and we saw also 𝗀𝗏𝗏 changing the game, coming out from the bench.
Yeah, but 𝗀𝗏𝗏 is a strange case because he arrived give a lot of illusion to the OL fans. Team start to win with him, and after team enter in a negative row, and they go out only the last Sunday against Lorient. But during this time, they lose the French Cup, they lose the Europa League, and now they are fighting to go to the champions. But today Lyon is out of the champions, and that one can be affect the finance of the team. The team need yes to go back to the champions, but it's not so easy because 1 point down with Marseille, Lille, Lens, Havre, and behind you have Rennes and Monaco are 2 points down. And yes, it's amazing. The fighting for Champions League in Ligue this season is really amazing, because we have 6 teams fighting for three spots. And Lyon now going to Paris is not a gift. Maybe the Champions League game in Anfield can be affected, and but I don't think, because Luis Enrique known to make turnover. Yeah, he has deepness. Normally, the game against Lyon, that they manage really well. The last 5 times it was over 3.5 goals, and for that reason, I choose over 3.5 goals, odds 2.00.
All right, guys, this is it for our Ligue 1 show, Matchday 30, now with all the games. Remember that you can use these tips to bet in the bookies, or also to post your tips in our website. You can participate in our tipster competitions. We are giving away money to the best ones, so check them out. And also check out Rivals, where you can create your own tipster competition and play with your friends. Alain, which one is your safe bet this week?
PSG winning at home against Lyon, odds 1.30.
And the ACCA?
Toulouse, Lens winning over 1.5 goals. Lille winning with over 2.5 goals. Metz, PFC, victory of PFC and PSG OL over 3.5 goals for a total 18.57.
Alain is feeling generous this week. Thank you, Alain. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Ciao.